Okay, so number 5 on the ready to go on is asking you to find the area of a polygon. And I did the first step, which was to draw the picture. I just took this right off of the problem sheet where they have this polygon here. Remember, polygon just means something that has many sides. We want to find the area of the polygon. When I look at it, I notice that I'm actually seeing two different shapes. I'm seeing a square and I see a triangle. So when I want to find the area of the polygon, I want to find the area of the square and add it to the area of the triangle. So if I do that, the area of that whole shape is equal to the area of the square plus the area of the triangle. Now I'll put some symbols in there to help me to remember what I'm doing here. So I just want to find those two pieces here. So I'm going to work on the square first. So for the area for the square, I have the picture. So I'll draw it right over here. I'll just draw that square down. First step was draw the picture. The second step was write the formula for a square. And for a rectangle and a square, it's base times height. So I notice that in a square, one of the things I notice about a square is that all of the sides are the same. So for the area of the square, it is the base, which is 5 centimeters, times the height, which is 5 centimeters. And together that makes 25 centimeters squared, or we could say centimeters to the second power, because the problem says find the area of the polygon in square centimeters. So that's the area of the square. I need to know this other piece now, so I have part of the shape done. Now I need to find the area of the triangle. I'll draw it out right over here, put the same dimensions in here, and I'll label that as 8 centimeters. Area for the triangle, the formula is 1/2 base times height. Now I know my height is 8 centimeters. The base is this distance here, and if I go back to the page, I know it's a square. If I go back to my picture, it's 5 centimeters, so this must also be 5 centimeters. So now I'm going to substitute. That's the third step, draw a picture, write the formula. Now substitute what I know. 1/2 is 1/2. Base is 8 centimeters. I'm going to multiply all of these things together. And height is 5 centimeters. Now when I'm multiplying, I just want to multiply two terms together, but it doesn't matter which two. So I'll do 1/2 of 8, and I'll get 4 centimeters. And then I'll bring 5 centimeters down as well. And 4 times 5 is 20 square centimeters.
That's a little hard for me to see. Could you tilt it a little more?
Thank
you.
So now I have the area of the square and the area of the triangle, and the area of the whole shape is the square plus the triangle, so it'll be 25 centimeters plus 20 centimeters. I'll write that down here. So the area total is 25 centimeters from the square plus 20 centimeters from the triangle, 20 square centimeters from the triangle. So altogether, that area is going to be 45 square centimeters. And that is the answer to number 5. Are you ready to go on?
All right. Now I did mine. Wonder if I have to, can I switch, or is that just going to show on there? Can you see mine on yours? Wanted to show you what I did. So can I take the screen now?
I think you can share the screen.
Want to practice this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? Oh, look, there it is. Now, how do I go to speaker view?
I think you just click the gallery view again and you go to speaker view.
Why is it upside down?
Is your camera upside down?
Remember we practiced that. Why is it?
There you go.
Oh, it switched. But it's upside down. That's bad. Okay, so I drew it. I did the same thing, right? And I have my square, which shows my area. And I have my triangle, which you did too. And so I drew my pictures. And I have that the area of my square plus the area of my triangle will equal the total polygon. So I did the first step. Then my second step is to write my formula. And here I put my area equals base times height. And I have area 5 times 5. It's a 5 by 5. And I knew that the base or the bottom was the same because it was parallel and equal to the other side. And so I multiplied my 5 times 5 and I got 25 centimeters squared for the rectangle, the square. So now I have to do the triangle. And I drew it this way, but then I turned it the other way. And I was having a hard time finding this base, but then I remembered what you said about the base being the same as this line, that this line and this line are parallel and congruent. So that means this is 5. So my base is 5. And my height, which is this line here, meets that base at 90 degrees. So I know that that's the height. And then I wrote my formula, which is half the base times height. And my base was 5 and my height was 8. And then what I did, I forgot to show my step. What I did was, this is commutative. I really didn't want to do half of 5. So I did half of 8. So I moved my 8 over here. So now I have half of 8 is 4. And 4 times 5 is 20 for my centimeter squared. Because I can move these back and forth, right? Mrs. Brown, I can move those back and forth?
Goes back and forth. And actually, now that I'm seeing what you've done, I've noticed that I wrote 8 for the base and 5 for the height, but it really didn't matter. But I really substituted in the wrong.
Okay, so now
I can.
Yeah, so we forgot to do the last step, right? So the last step is to
Adding both.
numbers, right? To make sure.
Oh yes, you can check to make sure.
Substitute the numbers. So if I put my 5 back in here and my 5 there, 5 times 5. And if I do the same here, 5 times 5, it would be the same. Be sure to substitute your numbers and check your answer. Okay, Mrs. Brown, go ahead and take the screen back over. You still have it. Okay, awesome. And then I'm going to bring this back up. And then we are done. And that's how you solve for the area of a polygon.